Hi, my name's Jack and welcome to Kit Guru. Today we have something a little bit different. This is the Edifier MS50A, a wireless smart speaker that supports Wi-Fi or Bluetooth connectivity, has multi-room support, and can be used with services like Spotify and Alexa. With a recommended retail price of £129.99 in the UK, this is competitively priced when you compare it to products from Bose and Sonos, but is it any good? Let's find out. So starting with the unboxing, the Edifier MS50A comes in a fairly large box with some promo imagery and all the specs. Inside you get the speaker, a power cord and a user manual, and that's it. So before we get into connecting this and the sound quality, I just want to spend a bit of time on the design of this, as I think this speaker looks amazing. It's not a common occurrence for me to get excited about speakers, but the wooden cabinet and grey fabric just looks so stylish. And in my opinion, this makes it feel and look a lot more premium than other smart speakers. Now this is of course my personal preference. There are a lot of people that find wooden products to look a little bit outdated, and that's fine, but I love this look. Now when it comes to size, the speaker's fairly large and weighs over 2 kilos as well, so it's a hefty unit, which definitely adds to that premium feel rather than feeling like it's made from light, cheap plastic. This speaker features a number of touch controls at the top. You have 3 dots here, which controls the connectivity option. Hold this down to switch between Bluetooth and Wi-Fi modes. Wi-Fi would be white, Bluetooth is blue. Now on either side you have the previous and next track buttons, and then you have play and pause, and you can also hold play and pause to factory reset the speaker. In the middle you have a power button, and this is a simple hold to power on or off. Around the edges is the volume control. Simply slide your finger around clockwise or anti-clockwise to increase or decrease the volume. As I mentioned, these are all touch based, and I am always a little bit apprehensive of touch style buttons because they have more room for failure, but so far so good on this product. So connecting to this speaker is made incredibly easy and takes about 30 seconds whether or not you're on Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. If you're planning to connect this speaker to your Wi-Fi network, you need to use the Edifier Home app, which is available on both Android and iOS. By default, the speaker is set to Wi-Fi mode when you first power it on, and it will enter pairing mode. So to connect to this, all you need to do is open the Edifier Home app on your phone. Now you may also be asked to turn on Bluetooth, but from my experience, this is just needed for the initial setup, and you can turn Bluetooth off after this. And it's likely you'll be prompted to connect to the device as it will pick it up automatically. Select your Wi-Fi network and enter your password and then click next. The speaker will begin to connect, and this usually takes about 15 seconds. Once connected, you'll be prompted to authorize Amazon, which you can either do now or skip. If you want to add your Amazon account, of course you'll need your email and password, and you'll get a permissions request, just allow it. Then you get to set the language, and that's it, you're done. Amazon is now set up on the speaker so you can use the Alexa features, and you're now connected to the Wi-Fi network. Once connected to the Wi-Fi, there will be a few options available to you, the first one being Alexa. But there is a slight catch. So this speaker does not have any kind of microphone. Now this is advertised as a privacy feature by Edifier because, do we really need another device in the house that can hear everything we do? And I get that that's good, and I think a lot of people like that. The issue though is that you can't talk to this speaker. So you can't just be like, hey Alexa. So what this means is that you can use the Alexa features on the Alexa app and then use the Edifier as a speaker. And this is fine. Alternatively, if you have an Echo Dot or something like that, you can ask it to play, your Spotify or whatever on the Edifier speaker, like this. Hey Alexa, play Spotify on Edifier.
70s road trip from Spotify playing on Edifier bedroom.
And there you go, that's how easy it is. One thing I would recommend is changing the speaker name on the Amazon Alexa app as like the first thing you do when you get this set up, because by default it's like Edifier MS50A and then a string of characters, and unless you actually say that in full, Alexa usually turns around and says, I don't have any speaker called Edifier, blah 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 blah. And what that means is that you have to read the name out in full. So unless you actually say, Alexa, play blah 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 on Edifier MS50A 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, it's not going to know what speaker to play it on. So just change it to Edifier or something like that, and then it will be a lot easier to use. For those of you with Apple products, once this speaker is set up on your Wi-Fi network, you can use it for AirPlay, which is great for someone like me who has a MacBook Air. I can just set this speaker as my output speaker, and play whatever I want, whether or not that's music, Netflix, or anything. Now, I want to quickly mention at this point that you can actually buy 2 of these and put them into a stereo pair, which is a great feature, especially if you're planning to use this with an Apple product and have that AirPlay option. It essentially means that you can use 2 of these together on a MacBook Air or an iMac or an iPhone or whatever it is you want to use, and you'll have a full speaker system set up. From my tests using AirPlay, there's no audio delay or anything like that, it just works flawlessly. For Android and Windows users, there's no real AirPlay alternative via Wi-Fi, so you can't use it in the same way. What you will have to do on your phone, for example, is select the Edifier as the speaker via an app like Spotify. Same for Windows, if you have Spotify app running, you can just select the Edifier as a speaker as it's on your network. Now, if you want to connect to this speaker via Bluetooth, this is an incredibly straightforward process. You just hold down those 3 dots to change into Bluetooth mode and the light will start blinking blue. Then all you need to do is go onto your device and select it from the Bluetooth options. You may be wondering if this has any 3.5mm connection to use this in a wired mode. Short answer, no, this is Wi-Fi or Bluetooth only, and I'm totally fine with that. This is a smart speaker and that's its intention. So all of these smart features are great, and there's definitely loads of different ways to integrate this into your sort of smart home setup. But how does it sound? The MS50A features a 4-inch wall diaphragm woofer and a 19mm silk dome tweeter. Now, interestingly, this does mean that the product is not going to be suitable for those of you trying to avoid animal products, which I think in 2022 is becoming more and more popular, which is a shame. Animal products do seem to just end up in the weirdest of places. But if that's not something that concerns you, then you'll be happy to know that this speaker sounds absolutely fantastic. Having used products from Sonos and Bose before, I have to say that this product is up there in terms of sound quality. It also gets plenty loud enough if you're planning on using this as like an entertainment speaker, and there's no issues with compromised lows, highs, and mids either. Everything just sounds really good at all volume levels. What I would say is that the bass is very powerful on this speaker, maybe a little too powerful in some situations, but this isn't really an issue because I still think it sounds very good.
The fall is coming, I can feel it. The breeze brings goosebumps to my skin. Tonight the whiskey feels stronger.
Even with that strong bass, vocals sound clear, and if you're someone that wants to listen to orchestral music or something like that, you can really hear all the different instruments without issue. So do I have any complaints about the MS50A? I've kind of gone through this review without really criticizing it, and to be quite honest, when you consider the price point, not really. I did see online a few people complain about the app, saying that it was a little bit too simple, you couldn't really do anything on it, but it works. It's not buggy, I've had no issues with it, and that's something that usually is an issue, the app being slow or crashing or things like that, but no issues at all for me. The speaker is seamlessly integrated into my setup in terms of listening to Spotify, having stuff go through Alexa, it just works fine. I think the only real issue people may have with this is the fact that there is no microphone or Alexa built in, which again is a selling point of the product because it's supposed to be better for privacy, but if you're not planning on having this in the same room as an Alexa, then you're going to have to control it from your phone, which, you know, if you don't really want to have to go on your phone and select it as a speaker, this might be a bit of a tedious process. Luckily for me, I have this in the same room as my Alexa, so I can just say, you know, Alexa, play Spotify on Edifier, and it works. So can I recommend the MS50A? Well, considering the price and the sound quality, absolutely. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like. It really helps out the Kit Guru channel, and be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon as well, and you'll be notified when we upload another video. You can pick up one of these t-shirts like the one I've been wearing from the merch links in the description, and you can also support us on Patreon to unlock some exclusive content. Be sure to follow us on social media for the latest updates. My name's Jack, you've been watching Kit Guru, and I'll see you in the next one.